So I'll make a quick video about my 2023 Lowrider ST. I just a couple upgrades that I did over here, and a lot of people keep asking about like my saddlebag lights, saddlebag speakers, and all that jazzy stuff. So I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. I'm not good at making these videos, but hopefully this helps somebody else out. So whenever you go online, there's not a whole bunch of information about 12-inch risers for a Lowrider ST. Everybody's using the 9.5 or 10-inch, freaking risers with the 2-inch pullbacks, right? So I couldn't find any information. So I'm like, you know what? I'm 5'7", built like Shrek and SpongeBob had a baby, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with the 12 inches because in theory it is gonna bring them back a little further, right? And bring them up so I can be all choloed out and shit on my motorcycle. So I'm not going to get into detail about my 2023 Lowrider ST, about the problems that I've had with it and here and there. But I'm going to go and, give you guys an update about some quick upgrades that I've done here recently. So like I said, I'm 5'7". I have a 30-inch inseam on a good day. I think it's honestly 29. So 35, 29, would probably be my perfect pant size. I recommend these reach reducers from Bunk King, man. Those things are freaking awesome. I don't even need fork controls. I just put my feet up there and cruise around the town. Blare my music for all the crackheads down my main street to just rock it out, right? But, so yeah. So my 2023 Lowrider ST, AKA the oil burner. This motherfucker burns a quart of oil in less than 1,500 miles. It's done that since it's brand new, dude. I ride like I'm a sinner, and if I die, I'm going to hell tomorrow. Okay, I masturbate that much. To me, I know. But I'm just saying, it's going to be the last time I'm ever going to buy a brand new Harley Davidson, honestly, man. I did 20 years in the military, and I just wanted something to myself, and wanted to wear the T-shirts, honestly, man, and dress like a vato. Should have bought an Indian or a Honda, but I have to compensate for something. So, anyway, so I want to talk about my riser setup here, right? So here recently, I just went with the 12-inch, with 2-inch pullback, Bunk King 12-inch riser setup right over here, right? And then I went and got the cable kits from cablekit.com. I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, they built some nice quality stuff. These kits from Cable Kits are freaking phenomenal. They come with everything that you need. And it should have been a quick setup, real easy setup. But I'll explain how I messed up, or maybe the dealership or Harley messed up. So, but if you guys are going to do this cable kit right here, I recommend taking off the tank. You don't have to. But I would take off the tank. I would take out the 2 bolts that are holding your brake lines in place off over here. And I just took off the fairing anyway because I wanted to clean everything all up, for my sound system. So, and again, make sure you go to get some zip ties and then some, I guess, what is this, wire loom? I got 1-inch wire loom, right? And it worked out perfectly. I got that from Amazon, I think, for like $8, man. It worked out great. But just this whole thing is super easy to do. For those of you guys with a PV4, and I think that's the Bluetooth one, that's what I have, or any kind of dyno jet, fork out the extra $50 and make sure that you guys get the ABS brake bleed option, man. It pays for itself. 50 extra freaking dollars, and you always have it on there because you are going to have to bleed the brakes on this, and you're going to modulate your ABS system. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. And if you take it to the dealership, I think it's like $200 plus to do it every 2 years, which is the recommended. So just if for those of you guys with dyno jet, make sure you do it. I don't know if Thundermax does it. I'm pretty sure they probably do, man. That's top quality shit. Just not ready to sell a kidney to buy one of those yet. But anyway, this is a super easy setup. So everything went by smooth for me. Super freaky easy. I'm surprised I didn't cuss or throw wrenches or I don't know, summon demons or something, right? So but when I got down here to the junction box, the OEM junction box, I don't know if my dealership probably, put on one of the hoses too damn tight, or if it just came that way from the factory. But I got the proper tool, and it kept stripping out, rounding out the bolt, man. It's like, what the fuck? So in the process, I hit the line, put a hole in it, and that was it, man. And then I go online and trying to find that freaking, a junction box, from Harley. I think it's like $400, man. I'm like, I am not going to do that. So from some product that's made in freaking China, that's probably just going to end up failing me again, man. Typical Harley fashion. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg for some nuts and bolts that come from China, that are meant to strip on you, it seems like, because things just strip out, as you guys know, putting on crash bars and shit. You're going to strip some shit out, and you're going to make a couple runs to the hardware store and question your life decisions. So, and where's that cable that I have? So, like I said, Cable Kits comes with everything that you need, man. Phenomenal but I couldn't use this because I went with a different junction box, right? And I really wanted to use this cable because it's who says this, but it's a sexy cable, man, right? So, but it wouldn't go with the fitting right here, man. What is this? This is, damn, where'd that go? Yeah, see, right over here, man. It wouldn't go because I mean, wait, this is a female end going into a male end, right? And then this over here, it's yeah, look at that, it's a male end. So it wasn't gonna work out. So I actually had to go to a, what is that company called? Oh man, Magnum Shielding, which, as you guys know, they make top quality shit. But I think the wife's listening to me, so I don't want to get too loud about how much I paid for this fucker. It's great quality. It's a little too long for my taste, so you might want to go whatever they recommend. Just go the next shortest one, man. So, but I actually got it off of forgot the name of the company. I didn't get it from them directly. Got it from another reputable company that's not Revzilla. It's not owned by them. I forgot the name. Sorry, guys. But everything bolts up beautifully right there, and just kind of pissed off that I fork out the money to do that. So maybe I will end up selling a kidney, going and get a 2-to-1 exhaust, right? But dude, I recommend this kit to anybody, but make sure you bleed your brake system. That is a must. Other upgrades that I've done, of course, I have my Rockford Fosgate system over here. As you guys know, I bought this thing brand new. I got the Rockford Fosgate system for like $975, I think, with military discount. And it failed on me within 8 months. My dealership wasted my time, man. And I live 80 miles one way, have to go over snowy passes and shit. I swear, I feel like fucking Lord of the Rings doing this shit, man. Going over those passes and dodging all the majestic animals and all the fuckers that drive their Priuses, man. Ugh. Anyway, they weren't taking care of me. Told the wife, she got pissed off after the third attempt, even after I uninstalled it myself and took it back. I was like, listen, man, this thing is faulty. The wife's like, hey, pull one off the shelf, hook it up and see if it does the same thing, which was glitching past 80%, which is, and I'm not stupid. It's a freaking amplifier that's given. I know this. Anytime any kind of like bass or any kind of load, it would just glitch, right? Found out listening to Travis Tritt, I'm like, what the fuck? What? Anyway, they hook up the new one. It doesn't do it. I'm like, all right, thanks for wasting my time, my money, and you lost a fucking customer. Hello, Indian, I'm coming to you. But anyway, so then the service department gets a video, sends it up to HQ. I don't where the fuck Harley HQ is at, right? And they would not warranty it, even though it was still under warranty for 1 full year. It's only on there for 8 months. Finally, my dealerships, I'm already in there. They just say, hey, man, just take the new one. All right, cool. Thank you. I'm never coming here ever again unless I need, like, I don't know, 3 whole oil change kits or something, right? These guys just keep fucking my shit up anyway. They messed up my exhaust. Try to blame it on me like I took a video on my way to the VA, 15 minutes prior to dropping it off. So, yeah, they felt stupid. Anyway, I go on Amazon and I get myself LOC line output connector, and I think it was like $25, and it just ties right into the existing wires because I didn't want to cut, splice, none of that shit. Nothing on this bike is cut, splice, soldered by me, none of that crap, right? I just wanted a nice, clean, easy freaking setup. It's not that I'm lazy, I'm just not really savvy, and I don't want to screw anything up, especially something HD, right? Shit's expensive. So then I have that LOC, and I ran it all the way back here to my 6x9 saddlebag speakers into my amplifier right here, and there's my amp. And I forgot what these called, firewall grommets or something like that. You could tighten them up, they worked out great, honestly. See, like I just screwed it in right here in the back. Screw. Because it's threaded right here on this side, so it pulls it in. And then these right here, you can tighten or loosen if you want those to be tight or loose, right? So let's go right into my saddlebags. These are TCMT saddlebags that I got off of Amazon for $200 all day, every day, man. You get the shiny black ones if you want for that same price for $10 more. Of course, I have a white sand pearl, and I just think shiny black would look stupid on here. And great quality. They come with everything you need, already fully assembled, man. It took 3 days to get here. And before you guys start saying, oh, that's Chinese crap, well, Hogworks, Advent Black, what's the other one that I like? Nasty Hog. They all get their shit from China, probably from the same factory, man. What's coming up next, though, is going to be, I'm waiting for Black Friday, but I want to get the chop bags right here. But I just wanted these bags have been great, man. They've been phenomenal. They held up very well. They come already fully assembled with everything that you need. Those liners that I cut out to make shit fit for my speaker system and all that crap, man. And then I turned around and from the same company on Amazon, $80, I got the 6x9 saddleback speaker lids. Now, if you go to Advent Black and even a Nasty Hog, maybe Hogwarts, it's the same shit. the same, you know, kit that they use, right? Look it up. But here's a problem. These are actually meant for 5x7s. I didn't know that, right? They just come with an adapter to mount the 6x9s. They don't tell you is look how small this little section is right here. My 6x9 is probably this big right here. So you're missing out on all that sound. Now, I'm not going to lie. If you're going down the highway a little bit, you know, a little more than 30, 40 miles an hour, you will not hear this system. You're not going to hear it, man. You will hear these, man. You know, I mean, she could do 100 miles an hour and you're still going to hear those. Not a lot of bass. So don't, you know, what do you expect from those speakers? But the quality's good. Yeah, and there goes a wife, man. The quality's there, though. I mean, they look good. You know, if these go out again, man, I am not going to fuck with Harley. I'm just going to take out those speakers and install some better quality speakers with an amplifier and just run the amplifier all the way back here or use the same amp that I already have, honestly. And where was I going? So my recommendation to you guys is if you guys go on Amazon, go to TCT or TCMT. It's probably the same freaking company, honestly. You can either get these saddlebags right here, which I would recommend not getting these. Keep your standard saddlebags. And if you go to Volunteer Audio, they'll teach you how to do a cutout or a cut-in kit for 6x9s. That looks clean. It looks factory. It's only $135 and it's meant for a 6x9 and it's actually going to flip them towards you. That's what I would do. So I would get standard speaker lids and go that route. Or you can get the new 2024, 2025 CVO style saddlebags that already also are meant for the 6x9s, you know, but they're going to be the modern looking, you know, not this older kind of standard looking saddlebag. They're going to be more the modern, but they are bigger. So if you like that route, those are $400 or maybe Black Friday, they're going to get a lot cheaper on Amazon, man. Same freaking company if they're going to come in and gloss black, right? So that's what I would recommend. Do not buy these. Like I said, look at that, man. Look how much surface area is right there for your 6x9, man. It's, I mean, you're leaving a lot, man. You really are, you know, because look, it just tapers in. So that's what I'm going to be doing, you know, is I'll be upgrading these bags. Like I said, I'm probably waiting for Black Friday so I can get the chopped saddlebags with the standard lids and get the cutout kit from on Amazon. I think it's like $150, $135 from Metra. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you'll find them on there, dude. It's super, super easy to do. So I'm going to do that route. Hopefully this helps somebody else out. Like I said, I'm not good at these videos. You know, if you guys have any questions about anything that's on here, you know, message me. I'm making a YouTube video, wife. Love you. Looking like a rat video. Can't wait to get you pregnant again. But, yeah. I would recommend the 12 inches, guys. For me, it's comfortable as fuck. You know, it's very, very, very comfortable for me. So, the seat is amazing. I do get a lot of questions also on my, how do I get this, the saddlebag lights going, right? How did I do that? How did I get these right here? This is an Eagle Lights. Love it. It looks like the most modern to me. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. Shabam. Shit. Garage door, Amazon, last week, $30. Freaking amazing, dude. Amazing. The range sucks, but who cares? I get it down my driveway, which is like 80 feet down. But, so the saddlebag lights, right? These were an asshole to install. But no matter who you go through, they're always going to be an asshole because you got to do a little drilling, rewrite the wires and stuff like that, right? Amazon specials, I think $19 or something like that. You don't have to go with these big-ass bulky things right here, man. I just like the way this outer red light matches the outer ring light of my Eagle Lights right over here. So that's why I went with this route over here, though, too. Easy freaking plug and play, man. I think I paid $40 for those all day long. Fuck, I don't want to take that off. But if you pull up the seat, there's a plug and play wiring harness that I got from Advent Black. Like I said, I just been doing a lot of trial and error type parts. You know, like I bought this back in 2023, so there wasn't a whole lot of information out there, you know, about how to, you know, what to do, you know. So I'm like, fuck. So it was all just trial and error. So I'm like, you know what? In theory, if I go and buy a bagger wiring harness, it would work. So it's all plug and play. And I went to Evan Black and it was $40 at the time. I think it went up. It was like $50 and it takes like 2 weeks to get delivered from China. Everything was plug and play with my Amazon lights. Just plug, and everything worked out perfect. No cutting, no splicing, no nothing. That's how I did this. $50. If you go to Evan Black, I think you just type in Lowrider ST saddlebag wiring harness or something like that, and it'll pop up for you guys, man. easy setup. Yeah. So that is my long drawn out video. Like I said, I am not good at making these videos, but my brother is. You should follow my brother, Cholo Adventures, aka Super EO. He's got like 4 million followers on there, you know. But you guys have any questions about anything about this bike, let me know. You know, everything. Yeah. Yeah. My next upgrades are gonna be these tap performances are great, but whenever I install them, I did lose bottom end. I just felt it. You know, I just felt it. They sound amazing. They're loud. They sound great. But if you're broke like me, not ready to sell a kidney or sell one of your kids or put them on the corner to sell chiclets and TJ, get yourself one of these saddlebag brackets from Adavan Black, which it actually lifts your motorcycle up a little bit higher. They're about $219, whatever I pay for them. I was probably their first customer, honestly, man, because I saw them drop that video on YouTube. Instantly I was ordering that shit. But see, they bring your saddlebags up a little bit higher. So even if you have a 2-in-1, man, I think these look great. You know, kind of like King of the Baggers. But yeah, they clear pretty nice. This Figurati Designs, man, magnetic dipstick, that's a must. They are a little costly, but it's a must. This is all for show. Quality, A1, works good, looks good. But I don't even know what the fucking PSI is supposed to be at anyway, man. I just got it just to be you know, compensating. Got that Trass transmission top cover. It's a beautiful solid piece, dude, but what a waste of fucking $400 because I was still getting blow by. It just helps remedy it, you know, but it's not going to stop. So what I did is I went out and I got these breather bolts, Kiriakin part 9976. Boom. Right there. Got them on Amazon for 20 bucks. But for some reason, this company keeps getting bought out or sold or going out of business. So they're hard to find, but they're Kiriakin part 9976. Buy them. So what I did is any Velocity Series Arlen Ness filter, any of them, is going to use the same back plate. And originally I saw dirt bags out of Long Beach, California. They had the little mini. So I originally had the mini right there because I like the way it looked. You know, it's a Harley. I'm not trying to get big horsepower out of it. But it kept fading in the sun. Arlen Ness took care of me, man. So they just gave me this 65 degree, get the 90 degree or whichever one you want, man, with this Velocity Series base plate right here. And those Kiriakins will bolt right up, like no problem. And I just put some of my own hose, 1/4 inch with some elbows, down into a 1/4 inch wide that goes into 3/8 into a DK Customs oil catch can right there. Instead of wasting your money on that, this will stop any blow by from getting sucked into your air cleaner. If anything else gets in this because your rings are shot, and most likely they probably are because this is a Harley and it's not the best, man. Because like I said, my shit burns a quart of oil in less than 1,500 miles, and I ride like Miss Daisy. But this air cleaner has been great, man. For those of you chasing numbers, gets great numbers. Got the filter element in here and here. You can just, it's super easy to maintain. You don't need to oil this one, and I just leave my rain sock on there all the time, man, honestly, because there's so many freaking bugs. I'll probably take it off because it's winter time. But that's what you can do before blow by. And if you go to, I think it's called Nice CNC, which is another Chinese company, you know, but who cares, man? They make nice shit. There's one now that they just came out with, if you look at their M8 catch can system, and it's like facing outwards and it's clear right over here, and it looks factory, and it's only like $80. You know, you can use that in conjunction with these bolts, and it bolts up to right here, and it just looks cool. So I'm probably gonna go do that next. But get yourself an oil catch can, man. You know, take care of that blow by. You don't want that shit going back into your cylinders, dude, and just getting caked on top of your pistons. I'm not gonna lie, this thing has less than 20,000 miles. I've probably done 5 oil changes on here. You have the original oil. Then when I did my 1,000, or was it 500 or 1,000, you know, Harley initial servicing and stuff like that, I told them to put the Syntha 3 in there because it was already there, so they did that. I kid you not, I did another 3 whole oil changes 3 times with AMSOIL. And I do it all. I just go in there, I might as well get it done, and I just do it myself. Adjust my clutch, the whole works, right? And this thing still burns a quart of oil in less than 1,500 miles. But I no longer get any more blow by in here. I've changed out the spark plugs. I'm not even making this shit up, man. You had the original ones in there, and then I put the iridiums in there twice already. So this thing's had 3 set of spark plugs in less than 20,000 miles. And when I pull them out, yeah, they don't look they don't look all that like they're a little dirtier than I expected. But since I've installed this, that's kind of changed things, man. Well, anyway, it's my long-winded video. You know, this bike's pretty much pieced together by Amazon parts, Amazon crash bar, Amazon lights, Amazon crash bar, same company, Mokit Dora. These are actually on backwards because they're not going to clear this right here. So when I get a 2-to-1 and I get some more brackets, I'm probably just, this goes on that side, this one goes on that side. They actually sit lower. So, but everything for the engine, I don't mess around. Like that's like name brand shit, man. Everything else over here is like swap meet type, made in China type shit, right? Anyway, I hope this helps people out. If you want your engine to stay clean, get some pig spit. This shit's amazing. My next upgrades are going to be, like I said, the chopped saddlebags. I don't know if I want to color match them. I don't know yet. I'm going to get a 2-to-1 exhaust. TBR came out with the one that has a turnout, man. I think it's called the Apex. I think that looks pretty badass. I just don't like how their pipes keep turning fucking purple. You know, and then Freedom Performance also has a turnout exhaust, but they look bulky. I think it looks a little too bulky for this bike. I don't know yet. Anyway, it's my long-winded 21-minute video. My pork chops are getting cold. The wife's throwing the boobies at me saying, you need to come in here, and the kids are running amok. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, there it is.